I welcome the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Culture and Tourism. Permanent Secretary, welcome your team, together with your team, to the inquiry into the 2026 Appropriation Bill 2025 in respect of Head 20, Ministry of Culture and Tourism. You've been part of these proceedings in the past year, so you would know the arrangements and the protocols involved in here, including the privileges and immunities that may apply along with hearing like this under the standing order. So let's get straight into the inquiry. And let me start off no more by run through with you some assessment that we have done about the bidding. And I think that, first of all, just a general comment no more with the way that we see the trend or overall envelope that you've been enjoying for the last 5 fiscal years. Current year and next year, I think you have been given a very favorable allocation. But of course, you know, you will describe to us distribution of that in terms of the division that you got him, or maybe there are other associated divisions within the ministry's purview. But I think the quantum may remain the same. Possibly you have done so well in your bidding process that you have been given and maintained the same level, and quite rightly so, because you will be, you know, looking forward into the future, would be one of the sector that the country will have to rely on. But that comes with, you know, a little bit of a challenge as well too, because, you know, we will require real investment, not just continue marketing, promotion, but this is a time for us to get engaged more seriously to bring in quality investment into the country. So I think that would be suffice, you know, just to show you the kind of challenge that you may be facing, and we will want it to hear from you. In terms of the recurrent and development budget mix, which I know that these are some of the extra guidelines or new guidelines that have been given to challenge the ministries, you know, to put more focus on development, starting off with a mix of 80% recurrent and 20% development, yeah, as stated in the fiscal strategy. Yeah. I think you have exceeded it, possibly because you've been working so hard, but it would be good for you to describe to us what now those development, the state, either the nature of the development projects are investment here, and are they existing ones that we are investing in, including Miwala Mo Chawal, Tetekem Tuya, Emozemia. I'm sure members of the committee will be interested to ask you a question on some of the existing investments that you've been doing, either by way of grant. How do you tie them to ensure that, you know, we deliver on those quality investment and real investment on the ground, yeah, that we can see there's visibility and about, you know, some of those investment, and then we can say that, you know, we are started to build, you know, the real investment low ground now, and go different place. So on that mix, I think you have got something like 30%, I think, recurrent. Yeah, 30 and about 60% on development. 30, 60%, but then you might want to, you know, run through with the committee on that 60% capital or development budget provision here, how much now I'm divided along tourism, how much now side culture and other related subsectors, within the ministry. Because sometimes you may just look normal or the bold figures here no more, and then it can be misleading too. We might be asking you for just further break them down no more, in numbers no more, and all subsectors here, so that you can have a look at it. So maybe we will just start off with that, but I think there is a real challenge that you are going to solve here, Mr. Secretary, because we know that one of the sectors that is now the mainstay of the economy currently up till now is projected to be significantly declining. The numbers that have been presented to us have shown that, some 30 or 40% reduction from even last year's. So production. So we have to look at other sectors that will buy him really, and if not the real income to the economy. And when you further break them down, all those economic rents here, it goes almost in everything. Real income, whether I'm generating employment, whether I'm linked to business services growth, and other industries. How you're finding each level alongside employment and real consumer spending, and so forth. So you will have to solve some real challenges, and I'm sure that you'll accept some of the hard questions that we are going to ask you. How practical is it that your own projections for development budget allocation for next year? It's gonna really are we pitching for a right trajectory for a more prospective and investment in this sector going forward into the future? So yes, tourism and other related development that can be build them up now. The asset base and the investment base, tourism. We want to hear from you, So, Secretary, feel welcome to talk through the committee on this issue. I think at this point, I'll invite you to address him now, the committee, initially on those no more. We are pressed with time, but we will give you an extra time as well. Thank you, Mr. Prime Secretary.
Okay, thank you too much, Chairman. As you said, due to the limited time slot that we are given, I'll be very brief to start with. But let me take this opportunity to firstly thank you, the Chairman, and members of the committee for the welcome and for having us in this inquiry this morning to present our 2026 budget. Here with me this morning, Chair, are my team, two deputy secretaries and heads of divisions from the various divisions. Yesterday, Mifala came in full force here, but today some of our directors are having other commitments, so Mifala no able to come with him every team for me. But me love him team below me, and not love me too. And we have a very good team in Central Ministry where very committed low worker below me. So I'm very happy with my team. As you rightly stated, me like to start by reiterating the.
Gender-wise, how him all right no? One visit. I think
him a little bit all right.
Him right, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so me like to start off with him by reiterating what you tell and finish in terms of the 2026 budget position with Mifala. As you team there, only recurrent budget with Mifala have increased. Our development budget remain the same this year, where Mifala guaranteed 46.4 million. Low recurrent budget have been driven largely by payroll adjustments from Mifala. So payroll have increased quite significantly by 1.7 million. However, me also note him that other charges me him reduced too, yeah, by almost like half a million. Net change low recurrent budget by me him stand at 1.4 million. And as you rightly stated, the ratio him is 60%, around 60% development and 40% recurrent. Chair increase law recurrent budget him reflecting reflection of one plus strategic decision where me undertaking. Time me receiving a significant increase in development budget this year. It was the first time that ministry hemi carry that increase loan budget. Me realizing that we needed to strengthen our internal capacity in order for me manage him and implement him. That's a big budget allocation of the game come because manpower strength ministry is one of the smallest. So we went through a functional review of the ministry and we came up with a new organizational structure. So with that change, we now have a new deputy secretary technical. We also created 2 new units, project management unit and policy unit, and we have already recruited the director for the respective units. Apart from that, MIFA also created additional positions for our core divisions for improved service delivery and operational efficiency. So as we speak now, interview him go ahead 2 years, and now sample direct me what no come, yeah. So work must go ahead. Chair, one for the long-term goals, blowing for 2, for strengthening the coordination, blowing for within province. So for operationalizing this plan, me for plan for deployment of tourism and culture officers law of the provinces for work directly within provincial government, operators, communities, and other stakeholders. So, have the strategy blowing for this year, Chair, for strengthening capacity blowing for the ministry, so that any future increase the budget, me for are able for managing good. Yeah, so that's where we stand in terms of our capacity the ministry. Just briefly, normal law plans will be for executing the 2026 budget. Me for Garem trivial programs there, and hem number by me for using for executing budget. So the first one here now, the National Cultural Heritage and Tourism Infrastructure Program with an allocation of 10.2 million. This one is mainly for supporting now the cultural institutions like the National Museum, National Archives, National Art Gallery with them upgrading, refurbishment, and other development plans blocked there. The second one here now, the National Tourism Product Development with an allocation of 14.2 million. This one here is mainly for development of the tourism products, unique products in Migarem, based on the culture, heritage, nature, and also other attractions. Also, the flagship project where we currently go ahead with them, like the Bloody Ridge National Heritage Park, the House Number 1 project to Tulagi, and the largest coral in Makira, and also that allocation in cater for events, yeah. Where recently we have witnessed a growing interest lot events, festivals, and sports tourism kind of same. So we have an allocation there for supporting too, or the kind of events also and activities also, yeah. And the third one here now, the Tourism Development and Institutional Strengthening Program with an allocation of 22 million. This one here now, support mi fala like for giving not targeted local investors play me law country, yeah, especially law accommodation, tours and transport, support for the young tourism entrepreneurs, and also by me fala using this fala provision for helping me fala developing and review more the policies and legislative reforms lo mi fala. So what detailed breakdowns me lo there. Maybe I'll ask some of my technical staff later for the highlight him come. Me like what touch before me finish. Me like what touch normal law implementation rate blow me for this year because same allocation. Chair me quite happy with him how me follow executing budget me follow for this year, despite the challenges that we talked about, especially time when we met last year, low here. We are very happy because so far our budget utilization for 2025 stand at 80%, and by the end of this year, after all the payments completed law finance, we expect for roughly about 90% rate, yeah. And me like for sure committee that the impact and the outcome of this investment, Baba Umi looking very soon in the coming months. Especially time me celebrating with achievements and maybe cutting some ribbons also. So we would like to ask you if you can be part of that as well.
Yes.
So breakdown overall this year, budget expenditure bring fala, 75% of the total budget this year, support for stimulating private sector growth here. And the remaining 25 for institutional support and infrastructure law related projects law ministry. So that's a little bit low how me for implementing budget for this year. I think by Mr. Blue here, Chair, and then by will be discuss and respond to any comments or questions by Fagare. Thank you.
Malay, you want to start off, please?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Me like for say thank you. Yes, congratulate him too, yeah. Because him like him for him is a second no, and kind project back on me.
Yeah.
I like to be part of wherever Bible was a second. But one for project where me para interest to mas now me happy that. Finally, we look in some Selen by Golem, Bloody Ridge here.
Sure.
Chair, me like him for PSM, assure him committee no more that any infringements law there in terms of was Otman Wawakim House Parava no good. So last time you may talk here, you should put some security law there too. Make him water stopping people can be built all. But me like sabe, what have we done there already? Law security, law hem, and anything you may make him because this is, I think like PS you mentioned one for a flag, awesome development project. Believe me. Law side law tourism products and also. So please, Mr. Chairman.
Sure.
Chairman, thank you, and thank you for that question from a member of South Malaita. The Bloody Ridge National Historical Park officially declared now 2017. Following that, we follow Garem, big follow issue. Especially the encroachment from the public, yeah. So me for struggle a little bit for a long time, but me happy with Talim committee that after so much work, we were able to remove all the squatters or settlers there. And so progress this time, we now have a formal security firm to look after, mainly from the community, because we want the community to be involved in the project. Yeah? So we have a security firm to look after, and then a lot of work is currently going on there. We have secured some funding also from Strong in Business, and they will be developing some infrastructure, the boom gate, security hut, and also a borehole, and some visitor centers inside Lopak. Yeah. So it's progressing well, Chairman. And as you rightly said, one for the important iconic product Luimi, it is our hope and vision that it will become one of the #1 World War II heritage product that in Mingarim. It can become a standalone attraction like Gallipoli, Loteki, or the Coconut Trail or PNG. And me like for register big for the tegi blomi too lo Chairman Luimi. The breakthrough came in time hemi Prime Minister.
Yes.
Now hemi take him go the Secretary General Blow US John Kerry. Then me managed for take him the support from the top. Before that, we were strangled. We were not looking for, make sure that we have the right authority for helping me. So, thank you to Masna Chair for involving Blue and for making this all happen.
Progress. As PS, just tell them too, there are other associated sort of, sub-projects or activities where Sabe also come with them this monument or Blood Ridge Monument project itself. One of the important project along this something to road here. Road for go up here. I understand there was some issue with them what section long city council or what kind of rubbish here. I think there was some issue or land issue. Is that sorted out? Thank you.
Yeah, I think that has been sorted out. The main access we are working with MID. We are seeking the support for helping me for improving that fella road. Currently, one fella issue me for Garem now, the main road here, also used by the communities there. So currently, we are working with the community for me for diverting because time I'm open wide also here. There's a lot of people moving in and out, and even some fella people of town want to go up and they not using place here for some recreational and doing some drinking and also. So with them tight security this time, we have a full control of the park now.
Okay. So yeah, still low bloody region.
Yeah.
So yes. What now, Chambal, about the infrastructure development that you think that you will put him there? Like if you look low Kokoda Trail, for instance, it is that track that you go up here in the difficult situation that those that have sacrificed their lives during those times. Yeah, I am now. That's the. What should I say? I mean, that is the thing that gave the attraction as to how people have sacrificed, and for peace, to happen. Gallipoli, for instance, there are certain spots there where people go and then pay respect and so forth. So, what number you mean doing law bloody rich? And at that time, when I spoke with Secretary of State John Kerry, he was standing there, and then he can feel the breeze. And that's how he was expressing it. Where the enemies are coming. Yeah. And now you return lo there, and you can feel that there is a Barawan national grave now, yeah? Those that have sacrificed their life, for peace, liberty. So what number we put him there where people baba him go, and then it has to be well protected. And at the same time, this has to be well specified, and you must get him now, and even long 1 year, where people have to come and then pay pilgrim to that site, emotion. Those that are directly, descendants of those that have offered themselves to the service of liberty and so forth. I mean, so these are the things that add value, yeah, to that whole place. And of course, also what small Malaya in Talem, I mean, the infrastructure connection to that place, yeah. It has to be. You may have to invest Lodjula Road, yeah. Building a proper road access to that place, yeah. And even our own locals too, where like Golo there, I mean, place where people buy go no more than sit down and, enjoy themselves at their choice, how they want to use that place, yeah. You must protect them well now, so something was now meeting him. I mean, is that the kind of thinking that you have in your?
Yes, thank you, Chair. We follow already completing on follow management and operation plan law pack. Okay. Yeah, so if you are interested, we can send you a copy. Please. But one of the biggest issue that we are currently dealing with is also the UXO. Yeah. So far we have covered some parts of the area for clearing. Especially, we have three precincts now there. We have the US precinct, the Japanese precinct, and then the middle one, me for him, the government, the country, me. Currently, we are also engaging forestry students, Sinu, for the replanting the trees along the valleys, because that was how originally looked like, yeah?
Yes.
And so, but before we do any trails and tracks within the park, we need to do the UXO clearance. Sure. Because we don't want to put lives of people in danger. And so, future plans, we will be doing more trails, walking trails, with interpretive panels, informations. And then we are also looking at an information center there too.
Sure.
Yeah, where people can go and read, look at stories, and
yes.
Also. Yeah. So there's a huge plan by Mifalagarim, and yes. So but we will continue this. It's an ongoing project. We are also hoping to have some donor support there.
In terms of connecting to the market, yeah. I think it is important that you may involve in two consultations with relevant authorities in the US and also Japan. I think they can invest a lot longer what should be the infrastructure investment that you may need in there, yeah? Including designs of, the kind of product that Papa Imigarem there and the design of the whole place itself. Getting started with, like for instance, using whichever organization, forestry, herbarium maybe, and others, to really bring up the natural environment there, yeah? The natural environment there, to make it look more presentable, this time, motion to the Goraganal province as well, and also other tribal groups here along Goraganal, so that in the end, we can come up with some kind of a benefit sharing arrangement as well too. But I know that the US veteran, what now to call them, agencies and what other, it's a huge thing to countries here. Look at V-Day celebration, for instance, in Europe, and in UK too. After 80 or 90 years, 80 I think, 70 plus years, they're still going on. And these are the things that have actually built up a different kind of reaching understanding and thinking around what has happened in the past. It's never been used against each other, but it is something that can really foment him now. Yeah, a more application, along with the global stage. Yeah, leaders there, the moments are there. You never know if you do him properly. President of the US and or the Emperor of Japan become end up here too. Even all leaders blow out allied forces. Yeah? They will become end up here. It will become, because this is a very significant turning point of one of these very it becomes the latest aggression along a whole militarized stage along the whole world there. So and then him linked to other developments too. Yeah, elections of one US presidency and so forth. So please, me will encourage you to do that. Let's come to some Falabe you may like try for developing this time more, for compliment him now some of these things. Some of the local entrepreneurs that are putting up their hands and are saying that, look, me valangarem samala tourism investment attraction somewhere. I think this year you have invested quite a lot. Just to ensure transparency, no more. You shall produce him list belong over the recipients here. Yeah? Belong last year and this year. And maybe you can provide the committee with the details of how now, everyone in the country can apply, so that we can feature that in our report. Yeah? Everyone, like for developing tourism infrastructure too, yeah? Yes. So, everyone in Kamlumi. Yeah. So, you som kam no more, yeah? Mi vala harem savala em tek. Mi val samal si down no ma in hare no ma. Every time mi val ki clear mi ya no for harem huna o teke. So, but these are monies that we all work hard to pay to the state here. And it is our responsibility as the Public Accounts Committee to ask you as the government agency. And PS don't know rightly this one. Send them come list here. People like looking to you. So that we can say, this guy is gonna present a better investment proposition by next year. Last year we were hearing a lot of them. Some plan Lord place blood money, no anything, no me looking. There one no me no like it. So now me Lord is well role, me ask him you please give him come list here. Suppose what man you go office, then what man is stopping me, you say no much chairman name like him now for list here come. Tell him name blow me. Chairman like him list here for 24 and 25.
Chairman Seleva.
And members of the committee. No, me ask him, good eval parite him, no, me.
Chairman.
So me give him go west quarai now. I'm ask him come. Ask him to be Uri enterprise here. Look at you.
Yeah, thank you, Chairman.
Yes, please.
I think Imi might have. Imi might have.
West quarai.
Covered a lot of land there, Chairman. If we go back, let's see more. Yeah. So under lo this fala tourism development and institutional strengthening programs below you fala. What na plans below you fala for this fala 4 million where you fala like you fala allocating for ships and crafts here. Imi golo simo na.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I'm now what me came ask him. Thank you, Chairman.
Yes.
Thank you, Chairman, for that question. Sea connectivity, one for a very important part for me, helping other tourists for accessing now the various provinces or destinations for me in Selo province, yeah? So, in fact, we were going to a fast draft for helping other operators for taking motor visitors to the various destinations, yeah, this year, but because Solomon Airlines requesting for supporting Mokata, so we diverted the allocation for this year for supporting Solomon Airlines. If I look at them, okay, no matter because Solomon Airlines is a very important stakeholder of the tourism industry, and we provide them the international and domestic connectivity, the side low air. So we were happy to support Solomon Airlines with them that one. So this year we have another 4 million, and we are planning to procure one or two for buying fit in that allocation. Yeah. So. Plan maybe we could direct procure or we could tender so that the experienced ship owners or our tour operators, yeah, and they can apply and they can manage that. Or one option is for me putum no Solomon Business Bureau for to now look after so that they can share with everyone else.
Okay. Is that Gimgolo East Malay more leader of independent?
Thank you, Chair. Yeah, just I don't know whether only on the sea connectivity. I mean, some of the thing no much here. I mean, for PS, you will try Lulu plan. I mean, now we have some small boat operators. Or two or try for running.
That's right.
Business too, that one. So, I mean, just a thought, no more thing about it. Why not try to support those small boat operators? So, what now? What the local man blame here? What strangle too? So, like if ministry take him this one, then or tourist, what man never run dry now. No, so I pick him water. Tourist for go. Tulagi, Gela, around Gela. So, I mean, those are some of the things too for how not by meeting for helping with small operators, blame me, where what are running boats. Like if they have small boats, why not we improve them to help them to purchase bigger boats like that was something awesome. That one normally like for raising for your Lulu plan, but how now you've also doing that one. So I know you say for like for buy them now for put them under Business Bureau for run them. So if Business Bureau run them that one, then our small operators will know. I mean, how about so we take them tourists for travel across to certain areas around Honiara and Gela. Yeah, on that one too, me just like for survey on the development budget, me look him now that. The concept for Anuha. If you PS have a briefing committee, how far now you may go about within Anuha this time? It's too many stories about Anuha, but I'm good now. I mean, so there was a concept design. So I just want to know how far now the ministry will deal with him Anuha and with the people below Pulelo.
Father Pule.
Yeah. Also with another one is on the subvention and grants. That's 16 million reduction limit. this year. How by people by South approaching you for about this for a grant? How for this person? Is this the grant where even people can come for seeking from ministry for supporting more water? I mean, just to clarify to the committee so that we know exactly what's that grant for. So I think him chair, I think him numbers I wasn't thinking like for raising real development budget. Yeah. Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, PS.
Very valid point. Thank you. Please, PS.
Yeah, thank you, Chair, and thank you, Leader of Independent, for that question. Firstly, on the small boat operators, Ministry has been supporting quite a number of our tourism operators with them on the smaller boats, yeah. However, one for the issue we make to safety, yeah, especially when they travel in rough seas or it's a big concern. So that's why we are looking at something much better than what they have at the moment. Site law, the current status law, we are continuously working with the trustees. So what we are currently dealing with them, or the trustees, or tribal members, plus the registrar's office, is to, because some of the trustees inside here are deceased now, so we're trying to update the trustees for what are now become registered inside law FTE or PE or GAREM. So once we sort them out, that one finished now, then we can look at what development options now by Mifala come up with them. They are very willing now to re-engage with the government for me. Start to look low what now possibility for redeveloping back Anua.
Okay.
Yeah, Chair, just
they can leader.
Me just like for clarification of here. So, how at the moment, what now status of John Smith? Me like we tell our committee no is him no longer any part law. This will annual development. No?
Good point.
Yeah, thank you.
Deacon. Yeah, thank you, Chair, and thank you, Leader of Independent, for that question. I think case law John Smith have already dealt with, or has already been dealt with by our court, and for him, Garamini Sailo Island, him have to come and clarify or challenge him. Not that decision where High Court blame him, tell him. Good. But we continuously face with disturbance from him too, yeah, because him still claim that him hold him the power of attorney, why him not even disclose him come government blame it. So, but as far as we are concerned, legally the island is owned by the trustees.
Sure.
So I don't think we have any issue with John Smith.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Excellent. Yeah.
In your plan going forward regarding Anua, have you any alternative thought of negotiating a outright purchase of that place?
What are the concepts that you're working on? Outright purchase, partnership, any kind of style, no? Everyone come on time, so you tell them come. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Sting by you looking every Prince arrival here more go you mean no good now.
We did a couple of valuation finish Low Island, yeah, and the valuation that came from the valuation division from the Ministry of Land, it's quite big, yeah. So if the government is going to purchase that, a little bit quite significant. But there are options where perhaps the government can partner with the landowners through a triple P approach, so that we can develop the island together with them landowners and maybe possibly a willing investor. So those are some of the options that we can also look at. But if we can negotiate a good price for the island, maybe the government can buy it, because that would be the best option if we want to
Sure.
to develop our own. Yeah?
So the division of two titles, lo there, who holds the PE?
PE with them trustees, yeah.
FTE, one them order two, yeah?
PE him
No more.
no more. Him still PE.
So if it is with the trustees, him meaning that it's going to be a lease no more, yeah?
Yeah.
It won't be granted FTE. So I think there will be a lot of development module mix that I think I'm open loyal for. But for what kind price be or money thing in me or the man one time or the big whale no more about what's doing me motion. But some of you take him come lawyer, the come I think you know or no man part blow what agent blow no more. Yeah. So be careful a little bit no more PS. Just be vigilant and we just make sure no more that we got the right people who come. I think you me kakabam.
Excuse me, Chair.
Yes, please.
Some years ago, me for a try for government and take the lease. Yeah, we were trying to lease the island from the landowners, and then we sublease to an investor. But then that's the thing. We need to sort out the registration of the PE first time, because our trustees here would die, so they are replacing them with some new ones at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. One question I ask him, you know, with all others, you can actually link them to some kind of an authority and entity. This will support for Tulagi tourism project here. Who owns that? Is it provincial government or ministry or a private interest?
Thank you, Chair. That is also one of the important flagship project that the government is undertaking. Tulagi have a historical township, because that's where
Sure.
the first capital was.
Yeah.
So what we are doing there is we are developing a museum,
Okay.
a colonial museum, whereby you may garem exhibitions of our history. We are also, Tulagi itself has a lot of history too, yeah.
Yeah.
Apart from the colonial history, we have the World War II history. We also have the original landowners history. And then we also have commercial, because that's where the first cannery was built. Yeah, so the museum will host all this information inside law building where we are already completing.
Okay.
We are hoping to open that next year. Right now we are working on the exhibitions.
Okay. So it's going to be a construction of a building, a museum. Is that what?
The building is already completed.
Okay.
So
that is what you call Tulagi Tourism Project.
Yeah, the house number one.
House number one.
House number
Number one is where the original building below Woodford was built.
number
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Project. 2025 original and 5,000 for subventions and grant. Now revised 2025 and 12 million. Now for 2026 and 2 million. So you fully utilize the budget, so revised, and that's why you reduced to 2 million.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I think the bigger component of the budget was on the construction. Now that has been completed, we will now move on to the exhibition. That's a budget. That one, me for like from Louisiana, we already transferred that money to the province. For next year, we are just providing some funds for just landscaping around the building. So
Thank you.
that's why I'm reduced.
So I think you mean in terms of what now that has gone out by way of subvention and grant here. So how me look low NDS 1 in your development budget projects 1, 2, 3, I think over there now attracting the huge part of the resourcing this year and last year. That's the one that me like him. If you bring him come list blow whatever one in them for 2024, 25, and then some kind of a guideline no more, make him because everyone like to apply to yeah. I mean, kakam or some people or ask me to lo Henderson Court yeah, or this one yeah by what I'm not by open, hemosem. Which one na yeah, Michelle Oda? Jala side look tourism me. Oh, that one na by me no side, but lo yana me come looking. So I'm asking for that. Yeah, and because I think the public ought to know what time number you will open in here, so that order to but by what apply. No good osem you mean no more at the political level you may put in that direction. That is not fair to our citizen. Could be some very genuine entrepreneurs, local entrepreneurs, you mean, Odlo East Central Gorgonalia, or the Garem, very nice sites for tourism too. Yeah?
Constituency too,
even the one of the oldest plantation we have Garem Railway, Lorere. Hey, man, I'm good something for you me tourism place before yeah. Ivala yeah, Savala come behind. Time Ivala Savala come walk us how many years ago yeah. Mival go around lo there yeah. Coconut come follow railway no more. Come going straight lo mill no. Sunday or say me and Mival go around lo there yeah. Every speedboat are around lo there. It was a tourism hub. This time you forget him now. So one man Lorere na ask me, man, people like for revive him too, tourism of the place lo there. Money in a blue country law time yeah. You true yeah man Mijelam. So you may think him order too. And let us not encourage him now the political direction interference along this one yeah. Committee ask him, you give him come list here no more. So that we can have a look at it. And then everyone sabi to by him open. Next time me go along Henderson by money come meet me by me say you wait lo time mosem na baba you apply by me say mosem lo him. Yeah. But so these are some of the very significant things that you may need for bringing justice and equity to our people in the way that you may roll them out now or the capital development. And you got a very big size capital budget here. So me like for encouraging you doing good for everyone. So far you are doing very well. You know writing more the money. Was what come kiki me ulo there you shout now make me vale run was come to help me yeah emotion. The one yeah ba.
Nian can knock the window.
Yeah. So no entertaining what man we would come knock the window, come the door. No, I think West Korea and tell him come. Yeah. So that's on that. So if you bring that list no more, we'll be very much appreciate that by end of business law tomorrow, because we should be able to close our hearing law tomorrow. I think that one in almost as you bring him come, people have run it by any other.
Yeah, one last question.
Before that question,
yes,
like, thank you, Chairman. Yeah, the list, me know something for hiding. Yeah,
yes.
We will make it available for you. Usually, the grant open the beginning of the financial year, okay. So people can apply. We have a form that they can come and collect. But this time we are very strict here, Chairman. Okay. The process that we are assessing applications is quite strict. We have now a technical committee where we look at screening every application based on prescribed criteria that we forgot. And then it goes to MTB before him finalized law who now the recipient. So there are strict criteria or the tourism criteria where we set him up whether business him viable and kind of me follow look low him. So yes, certainly me follow provide them with the list come for committee. Thank you.
That's quite good. Yeah, I think committee really accepting that assurance blows. Small
Thank you. One small.
Deacon, you want to say something? Okay.
One small question out of interest. PS hemi toklo yumi tu lo, I mean, lo products, tourism products, and mentioning culture and one vala area yumi and I think specifically mentioning all kata events and also. Mi vala memekem that one hemi through tumas ya.
Banana lo
Wah, pana blogela.
Oh, okay.
Banana.
Mi yam ya.
Yeah, bisa be. Pana mi tek rong lebih pana ya.
Huh?
Pana ya. Bloda sabo ogela.
Los South tu ya.
Oh yeah.
Yummy.
But pana em logela na what like the kem so living go te. But yam na mi vala go ahead lem. Me want to say no more how many of all get the festival all same na mi you val garamiet longo register blo vala. Make me sabe I'm good for something, Mr. Chairman. Me find him, me sorry now investment blow me valaya. And got a man where me will hand him over longer to spoil himself. But me will look him because everyone like him and it's a good thing. And me promote him culture belonging to me, but also preserve him because in can something else come up good. So me like sabe what how many events log at the different islands believe me, you may still maintain him so that some start more. Thank you, Chairman.
Yeah, thank you, Chair, and thank you, MP, for small Malaita. Yeah, there's a lot of potential inside Lord festivals, Bloimia, cultural, even other areas, Bloimi, country. Yeah? So currently, I think the most active ones were me continue on a yearly basis now, the Wogosia Festival, Santa Ana, and then the Selmani Festival, Nangalanga. Those are the most active ones, and draw a lot of interest. Even at visitors' time, if I put them a calendar of events, people fly come now, especially for that event.
Yes.
So we want to encourage everyone. If you have a significant cultural product that you got, come and talk to us. Our culture division here, we have music festivals, panpipe festivals. Maybe my director of culture can further elaborate on some of the potential areas where IMI might develop him. Yeah? So, Director,
I really appreciate your point in response to what you tell him, but I think we are going to demand that you resource him that 1 year. Yeah? You go put up a resourcing for that one, and we will recommend him. $1 million each to, like for instance, Gainyalu, for instance, you know.
Yes,
$1 million each to all these identified, you know, cultural potentials, festivals. Yeah. I think Baba make him a lot of difference 1 year. As opposed to, you know, some other by building house, no more, you know, something was here. Because there'll be more people participating.
Exactly.
Yeah? Whether it be a 1 week or 2 week, everyone Baba go him. Yeah. So we start off with otapana, yam, banana. Mivala o tomoko ya. Him bargo no good lebe too, but him right no more. Come back lower. Yeah, because tomoko come in W too, yeah. Or the Loranandia no more, or the pass low, Sun Beach low there. Cassava will come in, yeah. Then we can invite or the sister cassava lo Papua New Guinea tapioca dance belong or lo be trobrian yeah or lo cassava yeah. So there is this cultural collaboration that, you know, UMISAVE and the MSG, you know, these are very enriching kind of collaboration that low side lo culture, yeah. Because what money lo here him go now. Lo non UJM talem, you know, lo side lo tourism development, yeah. The main stock him na culture, yeah. What every other thing we do me him I see on top no more. Then time what I see him melt out. You look go down. No thing lo stock here. That was a metaphor that I used him last time. Koros to masina so I'm talem come, yeah. Yeah. So you try to think about culture now. If you give him come back lawyer, some five fit him.
10 now.
Oh, 10 million. So the committee is recommending you put him 10. Lo side lo cultural festival. What number by you will give him come here? Something kind of a promotional program here. Famous. Yeah. Let's do that together. And people baba what I say. Yes. You guys are serious. Lo side lo product development lo tourism. No, somehow you roll them out 25 longo subvention here. You know, ringing bell it, him go finish now. Yeah? Next year, you know, doing that one year. So I am announcing the public this time. You wait 1st January, no more, you will come apply now long tourism. Yeah, you know, cross me, but I'm working no more. Yeah, I'm same. Yeah. And we are also recommending to the PS, who is the authorizing officer this time, that evil man be like all go influencing him or whatever. Keep your hands out. We will recommend technical committee now by him, recommend him and assess him, appraise him, and then deliver him now. This very, very important product here. I think that's fair. Yeah?
I think director himself will tell him so.
Director, please, you talk him now.
Thank you very much, Chairman, and thank you, PS, for giving me this opportunity. I think also thank you too for recognizing the essence and the importance of culture within the tourism sector. I think you rightly said, Chairman, that you said that I think main baseline of tourism development of country culture blame. And I think some of the previous surveys conducted by the then Solomon Islands Visitors Bureau, currently now Tourism Solomons, one of the main reasons why people want to come to Solomon Islands is because of culture blooming. My department, culture, has been dealing with festival events over the years, and there are two types of events. One, by me calling them organic festivals, and these are the ones that, yes, I mentioned them too, are still very active today because they are an integral part of the culture of the people. So we go see them custom people every year what celebrating. It's an integral part of the people's practice blog. So now to what I mentioned him, there are other festivals that are seasonal in a sense that time when people like celebrating or celebrating.
Exactly.
Some fala what are very much based law image selen now. If selen available, then imi. Now currently we're working with Tourism Solomons to come up with a calendar of events for the country. And so we are giving out the notification to local provinces and including local cultural associations, local provinces, and even local constituencies too, that if you have there is an important cultural event we like for establishment, I'm good for notify me fella. Now, one thing we like for stating here now, in order for you to qualify to be included in this national calendar of events, firstly it has to be stable. That means time have to be fixed there.
Sure.
So if I say that November time or something, him has to be fixed now, because that is important for promotional purposes. So time we promote him go all the tourism agents overseas, like all the cruise ships and all them, people all the plan in advance,
Sure.
so that they can book him now time or some cruise ship arrive come. So that is why Wogosia Festival is still existing and has ships coming for visiting water because he fixed their cultural calendar block. Time also lo moon also time lo celebrate him this fella traditional practice na and so that would apply to other festivals too. So maybe this fellow Shalmani have also the same. Sure. So if you say South like restarting by Yam Festival, you may probably come with a fixed date now. Time also time lo Yam harvest, so a month also. Then event time we put them there now.
Yes.
And so that applies to all other events where around the country. So
that's very true.
So that is on that, and I think also importantly, what the nature of the product, or the cultural product when we try for showcase him, what level of attraction na hemi. hemi sabe pulum kam. So mi follow makira, mi follow banana festival because of the only thing now is that it has to be stable. We follow sometimes lo June, sometimes go September.
Okay.
So hem no stable. And so that's what we need to work on. And so that's what we're working on at the moment. I think this one is important. We need to start reviving more some of the festivals. But it also depends on the communities too. If they're prepared to work on this and come to us for support, we can be able to do that. And one thing, if your event is included in the calendar of events, that can warrant support from the ministry to support them the event also.
Sure. Yeah.
So I think that's on that.
Very good point, Director M. Talim. So I think West Korea has some comment on that, please. But yeah, you are absolutely correct. And I think suppose we roll out this whole understanding, and give it to the community. They'll be really interested to make it real, and come up with other product development. It's a cultural festival, must happen. So, like in the past, it was we got engaged with them, but then there were no interest for try for continue with it and then have this kind of event for him sustain. So time you look long provision next year, I think there is 6 million. We would say you go and then you further rephrase him now this part here, and then put him extra 10 M go inside. Put him extra 10 M go inside, and we will support your bid. Lo that one, How about that? Committee will agree? Yeah. And then you come up with that submission law tomorrow. We will provide that recommendation, and then by Mivala Euronia time law inside law there. Push hard for good now. Put him go this one here, because otherwise, what are the products that we're going to, and it's going to be sustained within our society and the state going forward into the future. Some real investment at time rotten, but I'm going now. But something that attached to culture, the human community law there, but I'm live on. So let's work on that. PS, we are giving all the support to you. Give come that one. Forget him normal list here. 24, 5. Yeah. And then we will already tell him everyone, 1st of January, people apply now. You stand your foot down, no one come disturb him, you could time call come no, me will run by make noise to protect your work. Because I think some lawyer by apply about apply. Minus by me encouragement central loaner for apply to you. About apply to. But for now, very, very successful interaction. Let us all conclude by congratulating each other, and then please have a pleasant lunch, and then the whole of the day.